So when it comes to other people's choices, I want you to first and foremost understand that our judgment is not helping. It's not making things better. In fact, I think it's making things worse. If that is a good example of how our judgment is not helping, then what we do need is a productive example. I suspect that the trajectory is that cooperation and long-term commitment is the pathway that leads to the better productivity, the more creative productivity. And as far as you stray off of that trajectory, the less productive it's going to get. And I think that is also represented in our society today. Now, there's an argument to be made that some people are other evolved. Like polyamory is something that makes sense for a certain subset of the population. And maybe that's true. It's not something I really want to get into. But here's what I would like you to think, the challenge I'd like to give you. If that's you, if you think, well, my consciousness has gone down a different path, it's fueled differently, then the time I want you to think about this is the times you doubt whether or not that is true. You are other evolved in a different trajectory, mimetically speaking. Because I suspect our desires fuel it and convince us that we are on the right path. And the only time we could find to make a change is when that is in doubt. If that is the case, then for a person in that position, what they really need is a good example. And I don't think monogamy has had nearly enough good examples. I cannot point to many, if any. I have not experienced many, if any. I think that is an indication that I am off the ideal trajectory. And maybe for you too. Maybe for you too. I don't know that I'm talking about marriage, because really corruption has spread throughout our entire marriage system and structure. It's no longer viable for males. There's nothing in it anymore for men. And a lot of us, the statistics are showing, the further off this trajectory we get, the worse it gets for productivity. Birth rates are down. People are really worried about these things.